had a question. Probably spent the most amount of money producing that song. I didn't have any hope for it. You can actually ask Kiva. When I was born, I cried in
Uh,
a bass note. It was so deep. My voice was so deep that she thought I was a boy. And when they told her I was a girl, she was like, interesting. I start with a lot of issues, breathlessness, and everything. I'm nervous. Uh, Obviously, my pitch is off when I'm nervous and everything.
so, welcome, guys. This is the first podcast in Flow of Music. And for our first guest, we have Arpana Sharon with us. She is an amazing singer. She's involved in music, she's involved in ministry, and she's a wonderful creation of God. And thank you, Arpana, for being a part of this. And thank you for accepting this invite.
Hey,
Uh,
Flo. Thank you for having me on board. And I know how I met you. And the fact that, we've come this far, I'm telling you, I'm truly inspired by you
oh,
and
thank you.
all that you do. Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I was just going through, I was just researching about you basically, and I wanted to know what you were doing previously. I went through your website
Right.
and I noticed that under your website, I saw it wrote singer, songwriter, writer, and then it said expresser.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never
what.
seen that in anybody else's website. So I wanted to know, like, what exactly you meant by that.
See, that's what happens, first of all, when you let your friends
Oh,
drive
okay.
you.
Okay.
But also, when I heard somebody say you're a great expresser, I was like, what?
Okay.
Expressive? Is that even a word? I love and I believe in keeping it real.
Okay.
I always tell people, yes, when you talk to somebody, there's a way to speak to them and things like that, but don't lose who you are while you're expressing yourself. Don't let the world change you so much that, we have one less real person in this world starting that moment. So, keep it real, keep your soul in everything that you do or say. So my I guess my friends, they created this term expressor. So
Okay. Okay.
I don't
Okay.
even know if that's a real word.
Okay. Because it was very unique. I've never seen it in anybody's website. So I was very curious to know what was behind that.
So whatever the topic, if they ask me what my opinion is, I would just
Okay. Okay.
express real fast. So express
Okay.
expressions.
Ah, okay. Okay. So one way by which you express is, I think, by writing songs. And I also noticed you write blogs, right?
I do. Yes, I don't really plan on doing those. I sometimes I get this urge like open a document, and I
Ah,
open a document, and then I just start typing it out, and then I'd
okay.
be like, I look into the flow of thoughts and everything, and then finally I'd be like, why can't I post it? And I'll post it off. So this is how it started. But then these days, it's like I do it on the go. It's not like I'm gonna write a
Okay.
blog this evening at 4 p.m. and
Okay.
I'm gonna proofread it. I'm gonna send it to my dad, or like
Okay.
nothing like that. Even I don't know when I'm gonna write the next blog. That's like
Oh.
if you check the dates, you'd be very confused. You're like, does this girl even
Oh.
have a schedule? What is she doing?
Okay. You said flow of thought, right? I was actually thinking of naming my podcast as that. Flow of thought.
I'm telling you,
But
you're the one with the vision that that has like you are into bringing out the flow in things from people. I saw that when you came here to set up all the equipment.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, nobody stepped up to do that, and you did. So you got the flow going. So that's who you are and what you called for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
for that.
Thank you. Thank you for being appreciating then and there. Often you keep appreciating me for everything, and thank you.
I told you I admire you. I'm your fan.
Oh, thank you. I was listening to a couple of your songs, and
Right.
the first song that I want to talk about is the song called Nirvum.
Okay.
And when I was listening, I the song felt very intimate, and it felt like a very personal song. It didn't feel like someone else was singing it. It felt personal to me itself when I was singing. And the message that you wanted to convey through that was such a simple yet a very strong message. And how, no matter who leaves us,
Yeah.
or no matter what goes in our lives, what ups we have, what downs we have, we still need God through it all.
Right, we do.
And the production perspective of it also, like you had just laid back instruments. It was not any fancy or a harder side of music, so it was not distracting. It was just supporting the theme that you had. So I just wanted to ask you, like, how you came up with that song, how the whole thing went around.
Right. What a question. And I never imagined you'd choose Nirvum out of the other songs because that's rather, like you said, it's a very personal, mellow
Yeah,
song that somebody would probably sing in their bedroom, like they
exactly,
don't even want
exactly.
others to listen to what words they're uttering to God. But yes, so I wrote a song like this because I've always, seen God as somebody very personal, not like He is a master creator and I'm His creation. And of course, there's a way to honor Him and worship Him, and there's an order and everything. I understand that, but I have always been very possessive
Hmm.
in my love for God, in a way that I want Him to know that, I want Him to take a detour just to come see me. I want to be the woman that He wants to take a detour for. I've always wanted that special position in His very being and existence. And so I can't say in His life because He is the life. So I,
Yeah,
I can't say in His life, but if you know what I mean.
yeah,
And so, I talk to Him like He is the lover of my soul. So I have a lot of people who look at me, my face, my my existence as a personality. I don't know. I have a lot of people who do not even speak to me, but judge me even before
hmm.
they speak to me, get to know me. I've seen a lot of these things. Okay,
Okay.
so when the world does that to us, you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do, right? But the fact that somebody loves your soul, they absolutely do not care for how you come off, how awkward you are, how you mess up, because maybe you have anxiety when you see a lot of people or whatever.
Yeah,
Nobody cares. Like they don't care about your demeanor, your behavior, nothing, because they know your heart, they know your intentions, they know everything that you are, as a human, as a soul. And so they still take that step and say, I love you. I see that with God. I really see that with God. So I told God this, Lord, there's Canaan for everybody. There's a Canaan. Everybody is trying to reach that Canaan because that's a land flowing with milk and honey. Everybody's dreaming about it. They've not seen it with their own eyes, so their imaginations are wild. But what is Canaan without you? What does it amount to if you're not there? So if even Canaan is going to be amazing, that's only because your presence is going to be there.
true.
And I already have that presence in the wilderness. I'm already, when I'm walking towards my Canaan, might be walking for 40 years instead of 40 days. I mean, that's on me.
Yeah,
That's my fault, yes. But as I'm walking, I still have your presence with me. You're walking with me. So, how does it matter whether I'm inside Canaan or outside Canaan? Because
true.
I have you. And so, Lord, I need you. And then my situation will just disappear. That's what I've said in the song. Like, so what if the morning fades away? So, what if the evening sets in? So what if nature, in kind of threatens me? I don't care. When I said nature, இயற்கை தீண்டினால் என்ன, I said, uh, it's nature, not just natural disasters, which also is pretty scary, but also the nature of mankind, the
Okay.
nature of the evil one, the nature
Okay.
of your enemies, the nature of your friends, the nature, whatever, whatever, the nature of the job that you do, the nature of the vision that you carry in your heart, whatever it is, if it threatens me, so what? Okay, I just need you. I can be in Elim, I can be near Mara, I can be in front of a red sea, whatever the nature is of the situation that I'm in. Neer vandal in surnilai karendidum. That's it. Yeah, that. And so I just took a guitar and I just plucked, on my guitar, and I was like,
Okay.
போனா என்ன, அதுக்கு மேல இவங்க போனா என்ன வந்தா என்ன, நீங்க மட்டும் வேணும், நீங்க இல்லைன்னா அவ்வளவுதான்.
Okay.
உங்க அன்பு மாறாது. uh, uh, Highs or lows, hills or valleys, your love
Ah.
will never change. So நீங்க வந்துருங்க, என்னோட சூழ்நிலை கரைஞ்சிரும். That's it. That was my thought process. Yes.
Such a meaningful song. That song really spoke to me, and that's why I want to start this podcast with that song.
Thank you. That's very special to me. Probably spent the most amount of money producing that song.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yes.
And I know Keba played the guitar for that, right?
Oh, he's amazing. I remember you telling me that it was a mellow production, where a
Yeah.
minimalistic production. Keva is all about minimalism. And, when I played the guitar and I sang, Keva encouraged me. He said, let's keep that flow going. And,
Okay.
and he was like, let's keep that. And then Keva, he has, I think he's David in 20,
Okay.
David of the 2000s era,
Okay.
So
Okay.
he's amazing. He's amazing. Yeah. So all he needs is his guitar. That's it. And he can
Ah,
work out a miracle through the grace of Jesus Christ.
wow.
Yeah.
And one more song that really stood out to me was Unkai.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, such a beautiful song, and it got a lot of reach as well, right? A lot of people.
Absolutely. In fact, I thought Unkai wasn't going to go anywhere.
Really?
I didn't even think it would get like 2,000 views, I,
Oh.
I didn't have any hope for it. You can actually ask Keva on this. You can actually ask him, because I told Keva, I don't know if our people would prefer a song like this.
Okay.
It sounds very plain and simple. I see the value in it, and
Ah.
I know you see the value in it, but I don't know. In fact, I apologized to Kib. I said, if it doesn't have a lot of reach, excuse me, because I,
Oh.
I don't know. I'm just doing this because this is my offering to God. And I mean, I had told him all of this in a very crisp,
Hmm.
you know, note. But then Keba said, just release it. Just go
Okay.
ahead and release it. I think people are going to like this. That is,
Okay.
I was like, okay. And I took that step. I had no faith, no hope. When I
Ah.
posted it for like about uh, half an hour, I didn't really honestly see many views. I was like,
Hmm.
yeah, I knew this was coming. And I called up Fenicus.
Hmm.
While we were on the call,
Hmm.
the video hit the roof.
Okay. Oh. In real
And
time, so you were seeing that.
yeah, no, I got off the call and I went back to the video and I
Oh,
was like,
okay.
my jaw dropped. Okay.
Okay.
And then I see the first video was a girl who just played that song in the background, and she ran into the rain, the November rain, and she
Ah.
was dancing in the rain. And a lot of people saw that and they were like, is that song that great? I saw another girl just run into the road, like on the beach, the main road, and she was dancing. and I saw another guy dancing. I was like, the first response to the video was dancing. It was not even,
Oh.
the first response to that song was not even like somebody covering it. They were dancing. They just, and all of a sudden, I'm watching all these young people like dancing. And then I go, wait a minute, maybe the hand of God is working a miracle out. And then in no time, I see covers coming out. And today I've been told that out of the Tamil gospel songs that have been recently released, Unkai has the most number of covers on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, that's great. Wow.
apparently it keeps coming. It's been
Wow.
5 years flow, and it keeps coming.
Wow.
It keeps flowing.
Wow. Wow, that's really good. Because when I saw it had like more than 7 lakh views on
Yeah.
YouTube.
And it has absolutely no paid promotion stuff, booster stuff,
Ah,
nothing like that.
organically it just happened.
Organically. I don't go for those stuff. So, that's why I told Keba it's not gonna, there's not gonna be much reach because people
Okay.
tend to do that. They could tend to pay a large amount of money and boost their videos.
Ah.
So I usually don't do that.
I was just thinking, so while you were doing that song Umkai, you said you told Keva that it may not have any reach. So after all this happened, was he like, really, bro? How was his reaction?
He was very professional, so he keeps it
Okay.
professional. But it goes without saying. So
Ah. Okay, okay.
in fact, I'm like, wow, Kiva, you had more faith than the composer themselves. So hats off to you. Thank you for believing in the song, and thank you
Okay.
for giving it your best. So
Ah,
yeah.
okay. So is this like one of your first songs to become viral, or was there something else before this?
So back in the days,
Huh.
it was a CD that went
Oh, okay.
viral, yes, and so much so that the situation in which I produced the CD and I had to give the CD away, it was a lot like Moses's mom giving Moses away.
Okay.
And then I was just like sending this basket to Egypt, that it was like that. There was a lot of things happening, and a lot of unexpected plot twists and things like that. So when I actually did believe in the Lord, and I sent it into Egypt, and suddenly, all of a sudden, I get this news, like, you know how Moses' mother would have felt when somebody told her Moses has gathered all the Hebrews together.
Yeah.
He's gathered all of them, like, and she would have probably went like, all of them, all of us, we're all getting out of here. So she would have been so proud of her son, and so I was like that. I was like, really, my album has so many listeners and so many people with testimonies, and I still don't have a hold on the album because I gave it away for a royalty of a fraction of the price. I just gave it away because I said, I'm not doing business here. I want the album to reach people. And then I was told that my album was sold for 30 rupees in a plastic bag. uh,
Oh, okay.
People burnt the CDs,
Oh,
CD, both my volumes, they burnt it. And they tried to burn the second one, but the first one was, they burnt it, and then they made like copies and they sold it for like $30 and stuff like that
okay.
because there was a lot of demand. And I heard that in Singapore, not Singapore, in Sri Lanka, there was a big kind of a concert, or not a concert, a convention, and after the convention was over, a lot of people were like, a girl's doing an album all on her own, a live praise and worship album, and they went for it. Everybody just went for it because nobody had done that. And so either they would cover songs or they would just record albums, but nobody ever did a live praise and worship thing. So they wanted to know, they were curious. And so a
Okay.
lot of people bought it. I mean, I don't know if how true this is, but Sri Lankans told me 40,000 copies sold in one day in that convention.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I got to hear about it, and I was so grateful to God for giving me the courage to send it out like that, wash my
Yeah.
hands off of the copyrights and say, fine, you use it, you guys use it, because there was no other way it was going to come out. So um, yeah, and so yes, that's how people know me. They knew me
Okay.
in different countries as well. So what happened is Bergman's uncle, after this happened, Bergman's uncle came to the same label, and he
Okay.
gave all of his initial albums, for resale. And there was a lot of I'm sorry, not resale, but like further sales on earlier
Okay.
albums.
Hmm.
Yeah. So when he gave it, so my album and Buckman's uncle's album would travel in parallel to all of these
Okay.
countries.
Wow.
So I was and then now the label is all Christian now. They're Holy Gospel Music, and they're doing
Okay.
well, and they operate with integrity. So praise the Lord for such a testimony.
Yeah. And this was during which year?
It all started in 2009,
Nine.
and the
Okay.
album was released in 2010. It finally came out. I mean, it took like a year for it to be produced,
Okay.
and it came out. And then 2013 was my second album came out. So it took about 3 years to be produced. The second one, that was locked up, all locked up by the label, the
Okay.
distributor. They locked it up because they didn't want the same thing to happen again, where it's sold in black, basically. And
Okay.
so they locked it up. And yeah, after that, the whole trend of buying CDs changed,
Yeah.
and we moved to YouTube. Everybody
Yeah.
moved to YouTube, but I wasn't ready to come on YouTube. Everybody said, do a video for Adonai, do a video for Adonai. I said, who wants to see my face? My face is not that great. So who wants to see my face?
You're so beautiful. Why do you say that?
I do wear makeup.
So that doesn't matter.
So I didn't want to do a video. So somebody told me this. They said, because you refused a video, God has the best video planned for you. It'll delay, but it'll come. But over the years, I forgot about it. I mean, 10 years passed by and nothing was happening. So God gave me this beautiful opportunity to travel to different countries in 2021, and
Okay.
the opportunity is coming back around again soon. So can't
Oh,
wait. But
nice.
but yeah, I traveled. And I was wondering why I was going to all of these places. I mean, it happened in a very mysterious way.
Okay.
That's a story for another day.
Okay.
Um, so when I went there, God said, look at what I've created. Look at nature. Look at what I've created. It can be nice too. And then and I was like amazed. So I returned. I went back to a lane,
Ah,
and God gave me a video. This time I went back with my videographer.
okay.
I shouldn't really say my videographer because he's like my brother,
Okay.
He's been there through thick and thin. And he was like, Akka, let's go, let's go to Dubai and shoot. So he came with me. We went back there again, and we went into some beautiful places, and I danced on the mountain top in a lane. It
Wow.
was such a sight to behold. I danced on that mountaintop, and I love that song that goes like, "I'm dancing on the mountaintop to see your kingdom come." And there are other songs that talks about dancing on the mountaintop where you can actually see the kingdom of God. And so I was standing on the mountaintop and dancing, and suddenly it struck me, I love that song, Over the Mountains and the Seas, Your River Runs with
Yeah.
Love. I could sing of your love forever. How many times I've sung that song in my room, over and over again. And everywhere they ask me to sing a song, I go, oh, I'll sing Over the Mountains and the Sea. I could sing of your love forever. And that's what Nirvum also says. Uh, your love doesn't change. Your love is forever. So when I stood there, no, you know what? I remembered somebody told me this. Even if it delays, it's going to be the best video of your life. And if you have a look at the video, Adonai video on my YouTube
I
channel,
did. I did. Yeah.
it
Very
looked
good.
very very well well taken by Samuel Timothy. So and
Okay.
God's grace was there. So the desert sand, and that's the thing, Flo. The song is it has Israeli music. It has Middle
Hmm.
Eastern music, and
Hmm.
God gave me an opportunity to shoot it in the Middle East.
That's beautiful. That's really
Yeah.
beautiful. I was thinking one more thing. When a lot of people start getting into music, it could be singing, it could be composing, or it could be post production work, whatever it is. When they start with this, they obviously feel intimidated by the online presence that a lot of people have, and they just consider their skill to be inferior compared to everybody else. So the question that I have is, I was watching one of your videos. I think it was another podcast with a channel called Crosstalk,
Oh yes.
and I was surprised when you said that you don't consider yourself as a singer.
I don't. Not even now. I when I was born, when I was born, I cried in
uh,
a bass note. My mom, this is how my mom describes it. Okay, it was so deep. My voice was so deep that she thought I was a boy. And when they told her I was a girl, she was like, "Hmm, interesting." And the first question that popped into her mind was, "Will she sing?" Okay.
okay, okay,
So that comes from my grandma. My grandma, when she sings in this beautiful bass line. Okay,
okay,
and my mom as well. Her mids and her lows are very good, and and my dad can go high. He can go super high,
okay.
uh, and he can hit falsetto very easily. And so I'm such a war between these two people.
Okay,
People's
okay.
abilities. They're both their bloods fighting inside of me, and I know that. I can't explain that another way.
Okay.
My dad's blood and my mom's blood. It really has a war inside of me when it comes to music, because they differ so much, and
Hmm.
they're two extremes, and so my voice would very often go low. Like
Okay.
sometimes when I speak, I speak like, "Hey Flo, what's up?" You know, I don't even have to try to sound pleasant when I do that, because like people get scared anyway.
Okay, okay.
They're like, "It's fine if you don't want to be pleasant. It's fine. Just don't do anything to me." Like, are you psycho or something? So, yeah, tell me what's up. And they're like, "Arpana, what is your natural voice, man? Is it this? Or is
Oh,
it, 'Hi Flo, how are you?'" I have a war. It depends on the day. It depends on which side of the bed I wake up on.
okay, okay,
It is insane, okay? And it sets the mood and the tone for my day as well. I'll tell you that much.
okay.
So I tell people, listen, I don't know why God created me this way.
What?
I do not know why. But as I grow older, I'm understanding something, Flo.
Hmm.
I'm able to sing all kinds of music.
I've seen you, I've heard you sing, and I don't know why you think you're not a singer. It's so beautiful. I mean, there's one way by which you can increase your range and all those stuff. That's there. That's another thing. But on the other side, there's soulfulness. There's a way by which you can get connected to the voice. And the
Singers do it effortlessly, but I put in a lot of efforts. Like there's a
okay.
whole studio inside of me where there's a big, console, and
Okay.
there's a sound engineer. He's the Holy Spirit of God, and he's really putting all of his efforts into it so that Arpana can sound decent. I know the mechanism that works inside of me when I finally one note lands right, when I
Okay.
open my mouth. So when I get exhausted. I oftentimes, when I record at 20 dB, I tell Avinash, you got to be patient with me. I'm not a singer. You got to be patient with me. I did not learn. Nobody taught me. You got to be
Okay.
very patient with me. And Avinash is always patient with me. So
Okay.
I start with voice cracks, vocal cracks. I get vocal cracks even when I talk. I start with vocal cracks. I start with a lot of issues, breathlessness, and everything. I'm nervous. Uh,
Okay.
Obviously, my pitch is off when I'm nervous, and everything. And I'm telling you, Flo, every time, finally, when I'm done with the entire singing process, though it would have taken a lot of time, I say, thank you, God, because somehow you made it happen. Every block in the way you removed and you made it
Hmm.
happen. Now I just hope the final output comes out beautiful. And then when people listen to the final output, they're like, hey, you're a singer. And I'm like, yeah, sure. You're so wrong about that. So yeah, sometimes I started thinking, why didn't I get myself trained professionally? But then there was a day, one of my friends, he absolutely insulted me. He compared me to another singer, and he insulted me. He said, Arpana, you sing nicely and all, but come on, G, you can't go beyond that. And he was like, look at her, how beautifully she sings and everything. And I like that singer's voice, but ever since he compared me with her, I started thinking, what is this? Why do people rate people like this?
Yeah.
This is how God made me, and that's how God made her. So why do people rate? We're all made by God to be unique and different, and everything that we do is different, and even our singing is different. But then something told me, Lord, I feel a little bit like put to shame when he did that to me. So can you like help me? I'm singing for you, so I want to give you glory without any struggle and hassle
Hmm.
and exhaustion and things like that. Can you please increase my vocal range?
Hmm.
Flow. Everybody says you can sit and work out your vocal range by practice and things like that. So I prayed this prayer and I sang a song, okay, where that note, that one note that goes high, which I couldn't have achieved on my own, I couldn't have touched on my own. I'm telling you, I effortlessly took that note after the
Wow.
the whole me
Prayer.
requesting God to give me the grace for that. Okay, so I'm telling you, yes, we need coaches. Yes, we need teachers. I do wish I had their guidance, but there are people who did not get that opportunity in life,
Hmm.
and time has passed, and days have rolled by, and now you don't know. I mean, people are probably trying to make ends meet, and they do not have time to sit with a coach and learn again,
Yeah.
vocals and things like that. Maybe people don't even have the funds to do that.
Hmm.
And the situation is such a way that it's not that they're neglecting self training. It's just that they are caught up in the waves of the world so badly. I'd like to encourage those people. I'd like to tell you, God, like I already said, God sees the heart. God sees your intention. And there are times when in your weakness his grace is sufficient for you. So ask him, open your mouth, ask him, Lord, I actually want to sing, this way. I want to be able to give you glory this way. Help my talent improve, help my skills improve. Give me opportunities where I can learn. People
Hmm.
want opportunities where they can shine, but nobody wants opportunities
Wants
where
to
they can
learn. True.
learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me opportunities where I can learn from people who have gone this road, traveled this road before. Is the conclusion is, um, there was a song that this person that they compared me with,
Hmm.
she could not take a note,
But
and
you
they
could.
gave me that song.
Wow.
Same people. She could not take that note. So they gave me the song because they heard me hit that note in some other song.
Wow.
And they were like, interesting. Is it the same
Wow.
human?
Yeah, wow, that's really nice. And when it comes to making a new song, see,
Mhm.
I have these two things in mind, but I don't know how a lot of people will take an approach. So I wanted to ask how you do it. One would be where you get a melody in your head and you just keep singing it or humming it. Eventually, it grows into a song. That's one
Yes.
way.
Yeah.
So do you do it like that, or is it in a way where you just decide, okay, today I need to make this chorus, and then you start with a VST, and then
I've never done that.
Okay.
Never, never done that. Like I told you, planning immediately cancels all the creativity that
Ah,
my last two brain cells will stop functioning the moment
okay.
I hear the word planning.
Okay.
You know, uh, yes. I've always received songs when I spend time at the presence of God because I write Christian music. Okay,
Yeah.
I can't tell you, oh, I'm just such an awesome writer that I just like I kill it. I take the guitar and I kill it, and I remember this stuff and I included that element in nothing like that.
Ah.
Sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. I just want to talk to God. I pick up the guitar, I sit with it, and I start talking. That's all I do. You guys have a unique soul in you that God has put inside of you. Let the soul go to God as it is. That's how a song is born.
Hmm.
Okay. I wrote Unkai in 5 minutes,
Okay.
but
Wow.
the preparation for that 5 minute song was 10 years.
Okay. Okay.
Right? There are so many hills and valleys I've seen, and I saw the hand of God come through, and I saw the hand of God over and over and over again. In fact, when I was writing Onkai, I was in a place where I still was waiting on the hand of God, and I didn't realize the song itself is the hand of God.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I thought I was just starting a song because it's been a long time since I did something for God, and I was like, it's time to stop waiting and start acting as in like start worshiping. It's
Hmm.
time to stop waiting on God will do this, God will do that. No, no, no. Now it's time for me to just worship Him. And I remember telling Phenicus this. I said, this will be my last song. I said,
Oh
after this, I'm
no.
not going to release any more songs. This is
Oh.
my final song. I'm telling you, when you're drowning like that, the Bible very clearly says Peter drowned. The Bible doesn't say Peter was, flapping his arms around. The
Hmm.
Bible says Peter drowned. He was underwater. And that is when he saw a hand come through. My songs don't come out once a month or once in 3 months or once in
Hmm.
you see, my song comes out once in 2 years, 3 years, once in 5 years, once in 10 years. So that's why I don't have many, many songs
Hmm.
online like everybody else. But the few songs I have, everybody knows every title. I can mention every song's title and they'll know it. If I say Sirapana Devaseva, they're like, ah, yes. Unkai, oh, yeah. Nirvum, oh, yes. That's the honor that I received from my Lord for having the baby inside my womb for too long. And I'm asking me to wait.
I think like when you like go through each of us, when all of us go through something, at that point we won't know why it's happening, why me. We get all those questions, but after a couple of years, when you look back, they all beautifully join together, and
Yeah,
they give meaning, and you can see God's work through everything, through each and every situation that you were put through. You'll understand why.
exactly. And so never compare, never get discouraged by looking at all these other people with large metrics. You have no clue how they got those metrics. And the genuine people will always respect humble beginnings. So if they are genuine, they will never look down on you as well. So if somebody does look down on you because you do not have enough metrics as them, and they're the elite, the like club, and you are not even included in that, don't even care about it. Don't even care about it, because there's something that awaits you at the end of your road, the destination that God has prepared for you, and that is exclusive for you. So keep going, keep pursuing, and I'm telling you, prayer brings victory.
Hmm.
And who told me these are the VSTs you need to use? I
Hmm.
don't know who told me. If you ask me what VSTs did you use, I would never be able to tell you without looking into it. So that's how much I knew and I still know about production. But
Hmm.
with whatever I have,
Hmm.
I would like to give God my time and my efforts. So keep going, and I'm telling you, if you keep it real, people will love it.
Yeah. Even I follow that. Like sometimes a lot of people tell you that if you want to make music, for example, you have to have the high-end equipment, complete soundproof, have the right acoustics, the room should be lit up well and all that. And I just started with my very old HP laptop and it used to hang when I just drag one audio in, and that's how I started. So each and everything that I've bought was when I had that necessity and when I had the funds to, pay and get it.
Ah. I know
So
how hard you work, and I know how much you have invested into what you do, and everything. How much time you invest. Time is it's more expensive than money. A lot of people tell me this. Okay, who
ah,
those who follow you and follow me, they tell me she never gives up. Look at her; she keeps going on a roll. There's a she's amazing. I cannot dedicate time like that. How does she do that? I
really?
have people telling me. I mean,
Okay.
go ask Joshua Samuel. He's one of those people. Okay,
Okay.
he's my designer, and he's another brother to me, a brother from another mother, and he designs. He makes sure I look good. None of
You
my
look
posts.
good, Arpana. I don't know what's on what image you have of yourself. In my eyes, you look really good. Okay.
There is flaw from head to toe
No.
in me. And if we need to do, you need to counsel me. I'll come online on another podcast for how to build up Arpana Sharon's self-esteem, how to build up a confidence in yeah. But yeah. So this human Joshua Samuel, he tell me, "Ka, who's this Flo? Ka, Flo செமையா இருக்குக்கா." As in your flow. Of course, you're
Uh,
also amazing, but then your flow. She keeps, okay, what Akka? I need to learn from her, Akka. I need to keep my channel consistent, Akka. Look at her, Akka.
okay.
She keeps going on and on about how dedicated you are. And then I stand there, my head, I hold my head held down in shame, I'm like, yeah, Josh, you know what? I need to learn from her. When she gets on something, she's focused, man. We're not like that. Josh, you promised me an image 2 years ago. Where is that? You know, look at Flo. So, Flo, I think the greatest calling that you have in your life is in that name your parents named you with. And I think it's about helping people speed up, where they are struggling, where they need mentorship, where they need guidance. Because I saw that happen with my studio, when all the equipments were just very, prettily lying on top of my table, doing nothing. I didn't even know what to do. You came here, you opened the cardboard boxes, and you said, "This is how it happens. This is where it goes." Nobody would dare. They wouldn't dare touch the equipment if they didn't know what they were doing. So you knew what you were doing, and areas where you wanted to experiment, or you wanted to figure out how it's gonna work. You found the way. The roadblock there was like kaboom. It was gone. It just disappeared. The next thing I know is the stand is set up. You knew how it was. It was
Yeah.
just remember, you got the
Yeah.
rent out. You said this is happening today.
Yeah, yeah. You said it was like that for a long time, right? In one of our recordings, you said that it's been kept in that place for a long time, and so I just wanted that to be done. And you were so excited about our studios, and you wanted that to be up, and I just wanted to make that happen.
Oh, thank you. See, oh, I'm an awe.
Nice, nice. The thing in music, a lot of people find it difficult to earn through just one source of income sometimes when they are heavily involved in music. So, for me, for instance, apart from doing mixing and mastering for clients, I also teach or I sell some music related product, or there's multiple things.
Right.
So, you making frames based out of your songs was another inspiration. That's another way by which your song is out, the message is out, another revenue is there for you. So
Yeah.
it's really
Like
good.
I told you, when you don't promote your stuff, God promotes it for you.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
who would have thought a song title going in a frame and hanging in somebody's wall? Like nobody thinks about those things,
yeah.
But today, Sirappanade Avasevar is one of my top selling frames.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
And people ask, Sister, can you put it in Tamil and English? Sister, can you put another? Somebody ordered, எதிர்பார்த்தவைகள் நடக்காமல் போனாலும் சிறப்பானதை அவர் செய்வார். Can you put that in a frame and give it to me?
Wow.
I was like, I prayed over it, okay? I broke down and I knelt down and I said, Lord, only you know why I wrote this song. That's between you and me. Nobody else knows that. But Lord, I don't know what they're going through, that
Hmm.
they ordered this sentence. Okay, I don't know. Then later on I hear they're very slowly telling me the testimony, and we immediately think it's love failure, right? No, I thought that it's probably love failure or something. Why would they order this line? It's a different story for me with God, but then for them, I thought it must be love failure. But no, it was a much more tragic thing that they shared with me. And I was like, Lord, even this frame does ministry. Okay, someday they'll be holding their promise in their hands, a little baby. Someday they'll be holding it. Lord, it's possible because my frame has a modern day version of Abraham, Sarah, and Isaac in it, where Sarah is showing the stars to Isaac.
Okay.
And where she's saying like, I don't know, this is my imagination, where she's telling Isaac like, you're gonna multiply like that one day, and you're one of those stars. You're my little star.
Okay, okay. So it was lovely. It was lovely talking to you. All these songs that you've done and the work that you're continuing to do in music, in the ministry, everything, it's impacting a lot of people's lives. It's impacting mine. Uh, the songs that you're doing, the lyrics of each song resonate a lot. And every time you make a song, I really want you to not stop making songs because you mentioned that a couple of times. I really don't want you to stop because you have
Yeah.
a beautiful voice, you are blessed with a talent, and you maybe you're not realizing it, but it's honestly impacting a lot of people's lives. And
Thank you, Flo. You
yeah.
inspire me and you
Oh.
encourage me. So I just want to thank you so much. I always get friends in your age group. I don't know why. All my friends are your age group.
You know, I never knew you were older to me actually. The first time I
Really?
met you, honestly, I'm saying when I met you in that studio where we were working, I never knew you were older to me, really. We are of the same height, also, right?
Are we? I'm pretty sure you're taller than me, Flo.
Really? I don't know.
Like I told you, there's a lot of flaws in the way I look from head to
You
toe.
know.
And and when I look at you, you come in that big SUV, and so in
Okay.
your car, the dashboard, and then
Yeah.
the cluster in front of you, uh, you know, I see it highly raised, right? And you're still driving like I saw you park in reverse like a pro, and I was so inspired
Oh.
because I have a little quid. I've tried to get rid of my quid many times.
Okay, okay.
Many times,
Uh,
and people have wanted it. They've asked me for it and everything, but then it would always something would happen with me, and I'm like, no, I'm not giving it away. One of the reasons is my quid can get into any space. I can get anywhere. I can go anywhere. I can squeeze it anywhere. Like and. But you came in an SUV that day. I was like, and it's not easy parking on this road, and you park like a pro.
okay.
You
I
inspire
think
me.
a lot of people need to learn to appreciate other people like how you do. Anybody watching
Yes.
this, really, you're
Yeah.
not only humble for the talent that you have and for the people you work with, everything, but you keep appreciating people over and over again. Like, I don't know what the number of times you told me all these things just in today's podcast. But during the podcast, while we were talking, also you kept mentioning about so many people whom you worked with, who've helped you in any way possible, and you kept appreciating them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a very,
You're,
very good
I
quality.
consider you all my family. Okay.
Wow.
Because if something didn't happen in my life, it wasn't moving forward, and you guys stepped in and you saved the day, then you guys are my family.
Oh, very honored, really. And before we wind up, I want to ask you just one last question. So, if you want to leave any kind of music related, an advice or a tip or anything, it could be technical, it could be anything is fine, that
Mhm.
you want the people who are watching this podcast to
Yeah.
know. Maybe it could be a mistake that you did, and after over the years, you
Right.
maybe knew what to do if that
Yes.
situation happens again.
Yes.
So, what would you like to tell?
I would say number one, know your worth. The foundational step to creating great content. Because first of all, I can straight up say the technical side of it. I can say your content needs to be of good quality. Your content needs to be it's not something that you just want to do over 5 minutes and you want it to go viral. Don't have such expectations. I can get into that. Okay. Sometimes you have to put in the hard work. You'll be frustrated, you'll even doubt yourself. You'd probably not even want that to come out just because you put in so much hard work. You'd probably be thinking, this didn't happen spontaneously, so this is so fake, so I don't want to put it out there. I don't want to work more on this. No, I can get into those technical side, those technical sides, and give you advice on those technical sides. But the ultimate truth is, if your content lacks clarity, if your content lacks quality, you don't know your worth yet. Okay. If you know your worth, you'll even take 10 years to release one song, but you make sure the best ingredients go into it. It's not about visibility. It's not about metrics. It's not about how many people are looking into your YouTube today, but it's about who am I and how am I putting myself across on a platform when I'm representing myself and my God. All right. Right. I don't want to look cheap. I mean, if I want everything to happen cheap, everything to happen for 2 rupees, okay, then the value that I'm putting out is 2 rupees. Okay. I'm saying I'm worth only 2 rupees. Right? Everything matters. Everything matters. Even the best production that has been ever done in this world used a green screen. But how did they use it? Right? So everything matters. Don't just release something because you want to release. It's high time you released, and the times people are waiting. No, you are putting your value out there with every release of yours, with every content of yours. Humble beginnings, don't despise them, but humble beginnings should not stay right there at the ground level. Okay. Next, if you have truly worthwhile, valuable content and you need contacts, um, I'm going to put this out there. I don't know how this is going to, but if you really think your content has some value and you really think you have a vision to fulfill and you're doing it for that reason, why don't you contact me? You tell me if there's somebody you need on your show or your video, your music video or something like that. Tell me. Okay. My Instagram is open to every random Tom, Dick, and Harry. Okay, it's open. I respond to everybody as much as possible. So,
Okay.
do something. I have people who send me a one voice note with them singing on their guitar.
Okay.
They're not even doing it in a studio, they're doing it in their room. And when I hear it, I know what is quality. I know what caliber that production is, even if it is a simple production from their bedroom. Okay, I can hear the tone of their voice. So I know, what, this person really deserves to get out there. And so I'm telling you, I'll do anything in my capacity for you to go to that next step. But there
Wow.
is someone greater than me who can do it for you, and that's God. So please put him first in all that you do. You make mistakes, it's fine. He knows how to fix those. Okay, you don't know what VSTs to use, you don't know where to go, what to do. Switch off your flesh and your own plans and your brains for a moment and operate in the spirit. Okay, it might seem the dumbest idea, but go for it. And you won't believe how God will act on your behalf when you surrender it and then start. Because I've seen that happen.
That's good. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you had fun while
I a
during this.
lot. Oh God, I really had fun. Sometimes I might have seemed like I was advising a lot, but trust me,
That's okay.
if you don't
Sometimes
have
we
a
all
good
need
float,
it.
it's not gonna float.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. And all the best to whatever you planned. You said you may travel. So I just pray that all those things will just go well and you will get the right people to help you out on whatever things you have planned.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
So
so much.
thank you. And yeah, so that's it for today, guys. We'll meet in another episode.